20 says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. Isn't it a shame that Jesus stands at the door and knocks? He says, if anyone hears my voice, he opens the door, I will come in to him and dine with him, and he with me. Isn't it a shame that we gather, or churches gather, and yet Jesus is not even included? He's not even involved. He's not being glorified. His teachings are not going forth. The apostles' teachings are not going forth. It's the teaching of their own philosophy, the teaching of their own stories, the teaching that on their own hearts. And he's outside knocking on the door. It's supposed to be the disciples of Jesus Christ, and he's not even in there. He's outside knocking on the door. I want to come in. I want to be with you. I want to be in your service. But we don't. We leave him outside because it's more important for us to do what we want to do than to be led by him. And as a result of that, he's standing outside. But he says, he gives us an invitation for renewed fellowship. So he says, if you open the door. Now, I know a lot of people think, oh, he's talking to unbelievers. He's talking to the unbelievers. You know, those folks that's not saved yet. You know, he's been knocking on the door. He's been reaching out to them to get saved, to receive his salvation, and they won't do it. Sorry, that's not who he's talking about here. He's talking about the church. He's talking to the church. The church has left him out. The church has left him out of his worship. They've left him out of the word of God. When they sit under the word of God, they've left him out. But yet, instead of turning and just walking away and rejecting the church, he's knocking on the door. He's beckoning to the church. He's beckoning to us as individual Christians. When he sees that we're not praying, we're not studying his word, we're not gathering. We don't have the desire to gather, and we're walking contrary to his word. When he sees that, he's knocking on the door of our hearts. And that's the conviction that we feel. And instead of turning from it and running, we should be turning to him and running to him, opening the door and letting him in so we can dine with us.